Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoplop. Happy Tuesday y'all, happy Tuesday. Forgive your girl's wet hair. I am getting ready to head off to work for my epically long day. So my hair is still wet, I'm drinking some coffee, and I wanted to come on and share some amazing mail. Now folks, I'm a little bit out of order and I apologize. It's, I was out of order yesterday with Cruz's box because we had leakage and the box was broken, both boxes. One, they had broken the actual piece inside, and the other one, they had actually broken the box. So I didn't want to wait to open it, and if I'm going to open it, I'm going to film it. The other reason why I might be a little bit out of order in terms of the mail coming in is that I have a rather exciting announcement, and that is that I've recently accepted 2 design team positions. I've actually been really selective. I've been very fortunate that recently I've been approached by companies to represent or work on their design teams. And I was very picky about whom I wanted to do this with. Y'all know that I have a tight schedule, so I can't do it for everybody. And if there's one thing I learned from Lily, it's not to take on 10. So there was one company in particular that I am mad in love with their products. And it's not one that you see that often on here. So I actually contacted them. They didn't contact me. I contacted them. And they, after watching my videos, decided that they would like to partner. So I'm expecting their box. And so part of the reason why I'm a little bit out of order with the way I'm showing Happy Mail is that their box is coming from overseas. And not always can I tell from the outside of the box from whom it or where it's coming. So if I'm opening up a couple of boxes out of order, meaning earlier than they should be in the lineup, I apologize. It's just that I have to watch carefully for that box because when it comes in, I want to do the reveal and then make something with the product. And the other company approached me. They were one of the several that approached me. And I actually like this company very much. So I did accept their position. And we're gonna see how it works out together. And I'm sure it's gonna work out well because I like their products. So I was very excited. I feel very fortunate being asked at all. Again, I'm Alicia's Crafty Hoplop. I was very touched actually by the email that came in from this supplier. Said that she's been watching my projects. She likes them very much and spoke about them specifically. And I was very pleased because I actually like the company. And I'll reveal it when I do the first reveal. But I just want to say that that's the reason why these boxes are out of order. And it's exciting news to share with you. I think the important thing is when people approach you, the first thing is that you're just excited because, they approach you. The one piece of advice I can give you is to think very carefully before you say yes or no. The first couple that approached me, I said no. And the reason is I believe always in doing an honest review. I won't. It's just who I am. You all know that. If the dye doesn't do well or I think the paper quality isn't there, I'm going to be honest. And while it would be fabulous, that's our first response, right? Wow, wonderful. This is someone I order from. How wonderful will that be to be a designer for them? But you have to be sure, folks. Be sure before you say yes for a number of reasons. One is you want to honor the company that's offering it. So do you have the time? Do you have the time to actually create? If you take a look at Erica Scrap Diva, she's an incredible design team member. When she gets in product, she shows it to you immediately. Within 24 to 48 hours, she has made a whole project with it, and it's epically beautiful, and it makes you want to buy those dyes. So if you're representing a paper company, or you're representing a dye company, or you're representing someone on Alley, or you're representing any of the companies, Heartfelt Creations, any of them, you really have to be sure that you can do them justice. And so I knew I couldn't take on very many, right? And not do them justice. Like I wouldn't be able to do it properly because we know I'm a slower crafter, and that's just because I need more time to make thoughtfully. So I was going to be choosy, but that is my one serious recommendation. The first instinct we all have when we get those first emails is, wow, yes. But the truth is, I think my advice to you would be just make sure that it's a company that you love and that you're really interested in working with, because it's going to motivate you to make all sorts of wonderful things with their product, to make sure that you have time and that you won't be putting extra pressure on yourself. If there's one thing we all learned from Lily and Crafting with Lily and her honesty, is that being a designer for 10 or 12 different companies can be extremely stressful. right? And crafting is what we do with joy. It's like what gives us joy. Being creative makes us joyful. So you don't want taking on a design team project to take away from that. It should contribute to it, not detract from it. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, that's why my packages are out of order. Right now, it's just I'm watching carefully because I have an obligation to watch carefully. And if I open something, I share it with you. So I did open a box and I'm very excited. It was an overseas box, and that's why I opened it, because one of the companies I've accepted to work with is not from North America. And well, it is from North America. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. It's a special company. That's the special one that you don't see that often on here. It's not from the United States. That's what I'm going to say. And it's a very special company. So when I got this box, and it didn't, all it indicated is that I don't know what's going on with my post office system, but they had already ripped the customs form. So I couldn't see from whom it came. I just knew it came from overseas. So I wanted to open it to make sure it wasn't this company. And instead, it was from Solae. Yes, it was. And I was so excited. I wasn't expecting anything from Solae. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so wait until you see what she has been up to. Oh, I'm so excited to share this with you. Now, here's what I love. Solae, I have noticed over the last 6 months that Solae can make anything. So when I first came across her, I found her via the Aussie group, you know, and they are very much like All Heart and Maggie Holmes and that ilk. And you saw me do the recreations for them this week. Well, you'll notice that Solae was not included in that grouping, and there's a reason for that. And that is that I've noticed over the last 6 months that Solae really does love everything, and she can make anything. And so she also, like me, loves Graphic 45. So I was like, wait, you don't just like Maggie Holmes and Crepe Paper. And the more supplies that she received, the more varied her making became. And I've just watched this incredible transition over the last 6 months. So the reason she wasn't grouped into that All Heart collection is because I actually think she loves everything and not just clean creating. And even when she does clean creating, she does it with vintage stuff. So that's why she's part of a different grouping, which I will share later this week. But I wanted to share that with you. But this is from Solae. It's like, it surprised me all. I'm so excited. Oh, wait till you see these. See, now you're going to make me think that maybe the heritage dyes are great. All right, I'm taking back what I said, y'all. Yeah. This is what I love. When you get a creator like Solae, like an Alicia, they can make you fall in love with something you weren't sure you loved. So, I told y'all I ordered the Maggie dies, right? And when I went to order them, I couldn't order them during We Wishes. When I went back to reorder them, they were like sold out. And my husband's like, I'll buy them for you, but I couldn't get them. But they did have these. And I just couldn't imagine how they were going to look fabulous. I kept looking at them and looking at them, especially because the other ones weren't available. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know that I love them enough. Well, now I see what Solae did with them, and guess what? I'm ordering them. Oh, isn't that magical when a friend makes for you and you realize, like, no, they are amazing. Take a look at what Solae did with them. They're fabulous. Okay, I changed my mind, Solae. you convinced me. What I really love that Solae did, and this is why I didn't love those dies, and now I see exactly what you did with it that changed everything. So they looked very plain. Do you see? Okay, take a look at this one. So this is basically what it is it's like the bow, and it's tied, and it's a stamp and a die. And I was like, well, is that going to look okay? Like, how are these going to look in embellishments? And I was trying to figure it out. Well, look how Solae worked with them and changed everything. So basically what Solae thought about, and I didn't think about, was she put it all on this beautiful pattern paper and then layered it up with spectacular ribboning. So the fishtail ribboning, in, look at this one, in complimentary floral, in rose gold, in sparkly gold, in silver and white and black polka dot, which I love together. Design-wise, I love silver and white polka dot. Black, white polka dot and silver together. It's beautiful in design work. And then this one, now I really see what we can do with these, Solae. Thanks to you. Guys, look. You take a piece of the floral ephemera, you prop up the die cut in the center, use that, and it makes a stunning floral award ribbon. Oh, Solae. And the butterfly one, of course, I love. What does it say? I need my reading glasses. This is my happy. Well, you just made this my happy too, y'all. See? Now this is how to use the heritage die set. Wow. All right, you changed my mind. That's remarkable. Isn't it? It's really inspiring when a friend makes you something and you're like, wow. Okay, I was wrong. These could be done really well. This is the thing about OMG, Solae. This is what I mean. Okay, do you see? Look at the intersection between Maggie and it's almost like a shabby, it's not shabby. It's more vintage, but it's got a bit of that element because of the amazing. Do you see this amazing? It's gold and ivory. She's blended together. It's like eyelash threading, only it's like little strands of it. And again, these are just spectacular. What she's done is what's been really clever about this design is that each of the medallions is backed up on a scallop award ribbon done in glittery paper. And then Solae has propped it up. That's what makes these so spectacular. So on my camera, you can't tell, but this one, for instance, is a glittery white cardstock. This one is a glittery green cardstock. This one is glittery silver cardstock. That's what makes this so spectacular. That's really what does it. And look how wonderful they are. But what is amazing is that they look vintage. Yeah. This is what I'm saying about Soleil's work lately. I'm just astounded. So we're seeing this incredible intersection between Maggie Holmes and vintage making. And I think it's wonderful and so inspiring and so, so beautiful. Like, look at these bows, folks. I mean, they're really spectacular. And they're cut out of foil and sparkly cardstock. But what makes them so special is not just that threading. On this one over here, we have little baubles on them. They're just beautiful. Like, take a look. I don't even have to take them out of the package. You can just see how magical they are. Wow. Nothing is better than when your friend sends you mail and you're like, wholly inspired. Oh, these we're going to have to open. I love these kinds of miniature embellishments. Okay, so now look how cute and judicious Soleil's bag topper is. Oh, I should have realized you put that together so that I could keep everything. So this is one of those, she has put it together with a little clip on purpose, Solae, so that I can take this and either use it as a bag topper or keep the supplies for myself. But this is a clean and simple bag topper, folks. Not like that crazy one I made. This is a clean and simple bag topper. I need to redo those bag toppers. I realized that this morning. I was like, nope, that's got to go on your redo list. Clearly, I got into my crafty hoplop zone, and yeah, well, you know, clean and simple all week is. I'm doing the showcase this week. It's really been an interesting learning curve for me, but it has gifted me lots of ideas for Capital Chic and for other collections. So I am so glad I did it, and I also think it's valuable to step out of your zone. Oh my goodness, Solae, these bows. You're making me rethink bows altogether. And I think everyone else here too is going to rethink bows after y'all see this. Do you see these? Yeah, so each one is unique. This is what I love about this. I mean, each one is different. The first one, we have a gold bow that's been die cut and then a fabric polka dot pink bow layered on top of that. It's really sweet. The second one is a super thick, glittery, chunky glitter bow with this amazing gemstone in the middle. And then this is another one of those amazing vintage bows that I'm in love with that Soleil's created. This one's in a rose gold with that amazing sort of eyelash effect and a gemmy. And then this one is amazing. It's a dragonfly, actually. And it's layered up over white glittery cardstock. Look at this. It's like incredible. And then we have, again, a floral award ribbon, which of course makes sense. I just hadn't thought to do it. And I really love how it turned out. And then this one is incredible. This is like the world's smallest teeny bow in the center of this vintage bow. And it's made out of Maggie Holmes paper with a tiny pearl. I'm not kidding. Look at it. It's amazing. These are beautiful. And I think they're like super inspiring. They're making me think about bow making in a completely new way. And nothing could be better than when your friend does that, right? And says, okay, here you go. Here are bows. You know, basically, here are bows 7 different ways. Yeah. Epically great making. Oh, Solae. Oh, no, there's another pack. Forget about 7 different ways. 15 different ways. I'm not kidding. Look, I'm not kidding. This is really why that shirt was made for me. I really do say it all the time. I'm not kidding. I love that shirt so much. I love it. Oh. And this is like the elegant set. Are you ready? You're going to be blown away. Look at them. See what I mean? This is why I didn't make Solae all heart. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we have the glitter silver with the beautiful silk rose. Then we have it with a pink bow with one simple gemmy on the rose gold. This one is so pretty in person. It's got like a hot pink eyelash trim, then a paper flower and a gemmy. It's really pretty in person, this one. It's shabby. That one's just shabby bow. Actually, this one is too, but this one's super shabby. You know, I really like it. And then this is beautiful, clean and simple. This is white cardstock glittery with a mint gemmy. And then look at this shabby. This one's shabby meets vintage at the bottom because the paper is very vintage. It's beautiful. And then there's a silk rose on it. It's really lovely. And then we're back to clean creating over here with the gold and the pink and the pom-pom. I mean, again, I say, how amazing is it when your friend's like, here are 15 bows. Look at them. They're all different. What do you think? And it's like every style of making is represented in these. That is a feat, folks, to create every style of making in 2 sets of bows. Oh, this is an amazing. This is a box of like incredible inspiration is what this is. I'm telling you. Oh, beautiful. Wow, you got to see these flowers Solae has made. This is really inspiring. I love it when people make flowers because I feel like I learned how to make different flowers. Everyone seems to make them so differently. And Solae is super innovative. Yeah, you stained everything. These are beautiful. Okay, so let me start with what I would say is the cleanest of them all, the clean and simple. And it's so pretty. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Very, very elegant, beautiful, right? Okay, now from there, let's go to this beauty. Oh, wow. I love how you stained the petals. So basically this was like a color of a sunflower. And as you can see, Solae stained it with this beautiful green. It's like an emerald green in different iterations and opacity. And you get this beautiful, almost tie-dye-like effect. It's gorgeous in person, folks. It's really, really pretty. Oh, wait, there's even a little bit of, you did a little blue in there too. Sorry, I'm just looking at the underlayer. So we have like a layer of green, almost tie-dyed, and then blue. This is gorgeous. See, everyone does everything differently, and it's so exciting to see. Now look at this beauty. Oh, the colors in this are just beautiful. Just beautiful. Like the oranges mixed with the pinks. Oh. And let's not forget the teal one with the gorgeous purple and pink that I think Solae did herself. These are so pretty. Isn't that lovely? Look at that color combination. Makes me smile. When colors work well, I get so excited. And this is like, oh, beautiful complementary colors. Oh, wow. Wow, this is a wholly inspired box. Oh, you sent me some to use. Thank you so much. I want you to know how amazing you are. This should go on my thank you note to you. Because you made me rethink this whole thing. Yeah, looking at it now, I've changed my mind. I'm ordering it. This was so generous of you to cut out and so generous of you. Like, I just can't believe you spent the time doing this. And again, folks, do you see why it's such a beautiful piece? It's because of the die cut and the way that Solae's done it. It's the scallop piece behind it and the glitter and then bringing it forward. That's why it's so successful. Oh, you are such a gifted maker. Look at this one, guys, the one of a kind. Look at it. That was really generous of you. And you sent me a bunch. Oh, look at this magicalness. It's like eyelash in Easter colors. It's got like that soft lavender and that beautiful teal blue and the pink and and this is gorgeous and it's so soft. It's so soft. Sorry, I'm always like in love with textures and I can't help it. This is such an oh, Solae. Guys, I cannot wait to show you this. I'm at 20 minutes already. I can't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't rush mail. You know, when people make beautiful things, you don't rush. This, I hope my camera's gonna... I've never seen anything like this in our stores. It's rose gold trim. And it's about 1 inch. And it's stunning. It's got this beautiful glittery quality without being glittery. And it's got this amazing vintage aesthetic. Oh, I wish you could really see this. It's magical. Thank you so much for gifting me this. This I have to be judicious. I mean, she sent me quite a bit. It's a lot of trim, but I still am going to be really judicious. This is very special. This is a very special making supply. I cannot believe you did all this. This is an incredible amount of work. Mini bit book inserts. Oh no! Notice I want to tear it open right away. Solae, you so... I'm gonna cry, guys. This. Thank you so much. This is okay. So these are signatures, or if I want to make mini books. I could either put them together. This is so thoughtful. Wow, okay. This is my problem with making junk journals. And Solae knows I'm struggling because I don't sew. Let me show you what the problem is. Okay, you see this beautiful binding? That's from sewing. And that's what I want mine to be like. And you see how perfectly it's sewn here? So, and you see how beautifully the book lays, right? Because it's perfect. So when you're making a junk journal and you're inserting all different kinds of paper, this is called a signature. And you're inserting all of these different types of papers, and Solae has picked the most amazing vintage type of paper in here too. It's beautiful. It's like perfect. You want it to be flat like this and perfect. And if you don't sew, it doesn't come out right. I've tried all different binding methods. You must be able to sew to do this well. And so what Solae has done very generously is that she has created for me 4 of these and sewn them. So now I can either make 4 mini books, or I can make 2 with 2 signatures and put a cover. In other words, she's gifted me the ability to do the project I keep trying and failing at. I cannot believe you did. This is a lot of work to do for somebody, folks, to sew this. I know you're like, well, it's just 1 line of sewing, but it has to be perfect. That's the thing. This is why this is challenging. Notice how perfect hers is? Like, I just take a look at that. It's perfect. Like, there's not even a slight dip in the stitching. That's why her books are perfect. Yeah. This was an epically thoughtful gift. Thank you. Because she knows this is why, for months, I keep failing at making this other book. Like, this is a really generous thing to do for someone. Thank you. You're beautiful at sewing. Like, your sewing is perfect. I think I'd have to... I am going to start sewing. And it's going to take me a long time to be able to sew like that. Wow. Sorry, I lost track of the time and I can't help it because this gift is... This really is like a very special thing to do for me, because it means I can actually do the project I've been trying to do, but can't do because I can't sew. And this changes everything. I have to learn how to sew. It's just that simple. I've already started watching tutorials. So I'm determined. And I think you guys have figured out by now, when I'm determined to do something, I do it. I do not know what is in here, but I want you to see this box. Sorry, that's my coffee maker. Oh, see, this is what I mean. Look, this is decoupaged. And look at all of the tearing method. We have here a ruler on grid paper, and Solae has stained that. That is the same paper that Solae has enclosed in this little book. This is that old school graphic grid paper that I love. So that staining Solae has done herself. And then over that is ruler paper. Then this beautiful paper that looks like wallpaper, and Solae has aged it. Then she did the tearing method. There's a book page here that's being aged. More of the ruler. Over here we have this amazing, that's like a robin. It's a bird nest with eggs, and then more book pages. She did a very good job decoupaging because everything is smooth, only textured where the tears are, where it's supposed to be. It's beautifully done. Oh my gosh, you did the inside. Look at this. You have to see this. I mean, wow, your attention to detail. Look at the bottom. Like, everything is beautiful, Solae. I'm sorry, I'm just as fascinated with the construction because I want you to notice that Solae even did the inside. And look at it. With the butterfly, the stained graph paper. On here we have like the sides that are done in this old French paper. On the other side is like, wow, it's like it's like book pages. Up top is like wallpaper. Oh, wow. And then this is just chock full of goodies. Vintage hearts. I'm going to be at 30 minutes. I cannot believe it, y'all. These amazing florals, which I can stain like she did. And she made a bunch of sequin mixes for me. That's the other thing that's really generous when people do for you. Because, you know, making a good sequins mix is its own art form. Like, look at this one. This makes me think of fairies and mermaids and gardens, right? And I think that that's when someone makes you a sequins mix, that's what they're giving you as a story. Oops, I dropped a flower. Do you know this one, for instance, which I love, which is like blues and pinks. Oh, it's so pretty, Solae. I love that the deep blue you put in here. Like, this for me could be unicorns. Well, for me, it's also rainbow. It's joy. It also could be raindrops from the sky. Oh, it's so many. It's dolphins. Oh, wow. This is like, oh, and the little puffy ones with the little puffy bows and the little, I have to do a part 2. I'm at 27 minutes. Folks, I can't help it. Look at these. They're amazing. They come with like these, they're little teeny bows. These are like perfect for projects because they're teeny, teeny, teeny ones with hearts and stars and bows. Getting little tiny things to go on to tiny embellishments is difficult to find. Oh, wow. Look at this one. This is like cotton candy magic. This should be like a carousel kit because it's got the golds and the pinks. Oh, and the yellow. Look at it. Oh, I don't want to rush through, y'all. I really don't. I think I have to do a part 2. I'm so sorry. I know we're at 27 minutes, but I have to do a part 2. I will not rush anyone's happy meal. Well, when they put this much love and thought and attention into it. If you don't know Enchanted by Craft Solae, I'm going to put her channel down below, and I'll also link in the screen. But her work is epically well crafted, beautifully made. And as I was just saying, when I first came to know her, she was very much a Maggie Holmes inspired maker. But over the last several months, over the last 6 months, I have watched this incredible maker blossom into being able to make basically anything. And it's like a feat to watch it. Every time I see a Solae creation, I'm like, look at that. She can do that too. Like, for instance, the entry she made for Kathy Ketzel Create was like elegant, clean crafting. And I was like, wow. So I'm going to put her channel down below, and I'll put an end screen to one of her videos. Please, please, if you have not checked her out, please do so. Not just because she's an incredibly skilled maker, but because she's also a really spirited person, a very kind person, and she is so supportive of everybody in our community. We're very blessed to have her. She's a very, what I would call a very present person. And to say that about somebody, for me anyway, has a lot of meaning. And I think you all know what I mean by that. All right, y'all. I'll be back with part 2. Sorry, I'm at 29 minutes. I can't help it. It's super inspiring mail. All right, y'all. See you soon.